Fungus are also, the fungal infections can also be exacerbated by sugar and by just general poor health. So between problems with the microbiome, the gut bacteria or bacteria in the body, and sugar and overall poor health, that's where you run into the issue. The steroid cream or the fungal cream isn't going to do anything. They'll just come back. What are you going to use a fungal cream your whole life? They'll just come back. So here's what you got to do. It didn't even do anything. Okay. Here's the thing, though, Ray, and this is so important. When you have a skin condition, you have a systemic condition that's showing up on the skin. It's a system condition. That means it's happening somewhere else in the body, too. Now, you want to kind of look for those things because you want to take care of your kid. She's only 16. So you want to look for other symptoms. There's always going to be them, primarily digestive symptoms, because that's where it all starts. So look to the digestive system. Get her on the Biolumin Nightly Essence, 3 capsules in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 3 at night, or at least 6 a day, and that's a lot. Make sure she's eating fermented food, and make sure she's restricting her intake of fungus-feeding food and immune-suppressing food like sugar as best as you can. She's 16, so her protein needs are higher and her fat needs are higher. Kids need more protein and more fats than adults, and the less protein and less fats you have, the more you're going to crave the Cheerios and the Pop-Tarts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know she's a kid. I take the Bio Nightly Essence. It helps me tremendously.
Well, she's a kid, so you're going to have to guide her through this. Is she an athlete at all?
Yeah.
Is she working out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she just finished field hockey. Now she's going into volleyball. And
listen, Ray, tell her this. The more she's building muscle, the more anabolic she is. She's already 16, so she's building anyway. But if she's an athlete, it's even more important. She's burning through her protein. She's burning through her fats. And that means she's deficient unless she's replacing them. And when the body's deficient in those kinds of foods, she's going to go for the sugar. So getting her on more protein, getting her on more building foods, protein and essential fatty acids, good fats, will make it easier for her to wean her off the sugar. You might want to try an amino acid called glutamine, Glutamine, very important for muscle building, also for the immune system and the digestive system, and it's wonderful for weaning yourself or weaning anybody off of refined carbohydrates and sugar. Get her on the Healthy Start Pack for sure. And then,
what about the whey protein? I take that.
Whey protein is very, very good. It's the best. It's the athlete's favorite protein, but some people react to it. Try the One World Whey.
Yeah, that's what I take.
Try the One World Whey. That's what I would recommend. All right, I got to motivate here, Ray. I hope I helped you.
One more big question. On her tongue, she just started this week a black and blue and a red lumps.
Lumps on the tongue?
Yeah.
You should have told me that first. That's not a good sign. Now, it could definitely be related to the yeast, but when you have stuff on the tongue, showing up on the tongue is rich in blood and lymph vessels, circulatory system vessels, rich, and when things show up on the tongue, that means something is percolating in the blood. And she does have those signs. So I'd be looking for other symptoms, especially digestive symptoms, and then start to correct those.
What about
she must have something.
Work you recommend?
Blood work isn't going to help you, because those go on reference values. Here's the thing. She has all the signs of a dramatic health issue, something that's going on, actively going on, which means there's going to be other signs. You can't do anything about the tongue. You can't do anything about the tinea versicolor, but you can do a lot about the digestive system. She can't have a tongue problem. It's unlikely that she's going to have a tongue problem and a fungal infection on the skin without also having an associated digestive issue. And the reason that's important is because that's where you can control. Okay? I'd be looking for some frank or some blatant digestive symptomology, especially constipation, loose stools, diarrhea, and these are major clues. She probably has something very significant going on in terms of how she's processing foods or food allergies or intolerances. Okay? Got to motivate. Thank you so much, Ray. I appreciate your call. All right, David in California, what's going on? Welcome to the bright side. Do we have David? Did I get David? David? Okay. Let's see, I don't mean to... He's been holding off for a while there. David. I don't see him, John. Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hey, Dave. Sorry about that, man.
Can you hear me?
I hear you now. Yes, sir.
Hey,
what's
sorry.
going on? What's cooking?
Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for everything you do.
Thank you. Thank you for thanking me.
Okay. I have a friend who is, I guess, allergic to about everything there is to be allergic to, and the problem is she loves to do hair. That's her passion, but she can't do it because of the chemicals.
Yeah.
And
the chemicals are nasty, man. Those are nasty.
They are, especially, yes. But she's also, allergic to the more natural things, the trees and the flowers and all that kind of stuff.
Well, guess what? If you've been listening to this program, you know exactly what I'm going to tell you. In fact, it's funny you should bring the subject up, because I was just reading an article here from Clinical and Experimental Immunology. It's from 2008. Allergy and the gastrointestinal system. The GI system plays a central role in immune system homeostasis. It is the main route of contact with the external environment. It is the main route of contact with the external environment. You hear what it's saying? That's the digestive system is contacting the external environment. It's the main place the outside world meets the inside world. And it is the key player in all immune system problems. Why is this important, David? Because she controls it. She has control over her eating. She has control over the health and integrity of her digestive system. So when you have pollen allergies or respiratory allergies or allergies that seemingly are associated with hair chemicals or stuff that's growing out of the ground or mold or whatever, you can't necessarily control it on that end as much as you can control it in the internal end, and it's the same system. Focus on food. Use probiotics and the elimination diet. And by the way, do you know that the lungs contain probiotics too? The lungs have their own microbiome. They have their own bacteria. The lungs have their own good bacteria that do the same thing that they do in the digestive system, namely strengthen our immune system. So even though it seems like her problems are external, she's got to focus on the internal aspect, and that's the digestive system, which really, as I just said, is the way the outside world meets the inside world. It's the barrier, and it's where most of the immune system is located. So even logic will tell you it's a digestive health issue. Probiotics, the Biolumin Nightly Essence, key players in helping strengthen our microbiome. Fermented foods, the Mighty 90 essential nutrients, ultimate enzymes after all meals, apple cider vinegar with the ultimate enzymes. And it doesn't have to be after meals, with the meals. You can do your ultimate enzymes in your apple cider vinegar. And don't forget about the Fucoid Z, which can be very helpful for coating the digestive tract and supporting the immune system. If you want to do a couple more things, high doses of vitamin C can be very helpful for building immunity also. Does that help you, David?
Yes, and one quick other question. Is there too much, can you do too much supplements, too many supplements?
Well, that's a broad question. You could do too much theoretically of the fatty nutrients, but you'd have to really go crazy, like swallow the whole bottle of vitamin A. But it's very difficult to do it. Selenium, you don't want to take a ridiculous amount. Zinc, you don't want to take a ridiculous amount. And there are a few, with exceptions, there are some exceptions to the fact that supplements are benign and you can take as much as you want. There are some exceptions, and you do have to be careful that way. I got to move on. Thank you so much. I appreciate your call and your kind words. Take care, David. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Have an awesome, wonderful, beautiful day, folks. We'll talk to y'all later. Bye for now.